back to Boss Talk Radio, and I'm here still with the wonderful Billionaire P.A. Thank y'all for coming back, rocking with us. We're going to get back straight into the interview and find out what more this young man got going on, because we have talked about the book, we have talked about the water, we have talked about the soap. Are you sleeping?
No, I was yawning, but I was attempting to play it off.
Okay.
See, I couldn't. She told.
I
was like,
I got eyes on the side of. I'm looking here and still see what
oh,
you're doing.
Man.
This is the side of a hard-working young man right here.
Yeah, I gotta animate everything.
Not around me. I'm gonna catch you flying in at 5:30 in the morning, going straight to doing one-on-ones. Then he's gonna be speaking. What age are the kids tomorrow?
9th grade at the Carver High School.
9th grade, Carver High School.
250 kids.
250 kids.
Kings and queens.
When I tell you, this man should be speaking at all high schools, middle schools. You even need to be speaking to some of the elementary schools, because these kids right here, 7, 8 years old, honey, they need this now. Need this now.
Oh, they're gonna be in for a treat
I
tomorrow.
see you speaking at college graduations. I see you giving the speeches. I see you on the stage at several college graduations, because not only do the youth need it, but the graduates need it, because when you in college, you have no idea what you about to step out to. You know, in college, you on student loan, maybe a grant, living on campus, you may got a job, you ain't got really no bills, ain't really got no responsibilities, you got a little bit but not a lot.
Yeah.
But once you walk across that stage to get that B.A. or that B.S., you don't know what the future holds.
Yeah.
Now, some of us, I think that's how you get professional students, because they just stay in school for forever. But when you come out of that school life and into the real world, you need this. So I want to see you speaking at some colleges in 2017. Now, you need me to help you with that?
Yeah, definitely with that.
You need me to help you with that?
I need the help.
So we're gonna make sure he is
I definitely need the help.
on the
I'll put it out
stage
there.
with the college graduations. I don't care where, California to Boston, it don't matter. Wherever Delta go.
We're gonna work out the logistics when we
This
get
is where
down,
this
'cause I
man
need the
gonna
help.
be. This needs to really be happening, and I'm not, because I don't want to put an age on it, because what you're saying is simple. It's very simple. The hard part is just doing it. Just doing it. So I'm gonna try to get some of these Instagram questions. For all the people on Ustream, thank you for tuning in. We're also live on Facebook and Instagram. He's also live. If you have not followed him, when he gets done with this interview, I need to see his followers going up from people that was watching and listening to Boss Talk Radio. So make sure you follow him right now at Billionaire P.A. Billionaire P.A. Okay?
That's it.
Now tell me some more, because I know you got more. You can't hold out when you come to Boss Talk.
Boss talk.
Boss Talk.
Man, I got a lot to talk about. I'm to be honest with you, I'm more in the execution phase of my life, where I made a commitment to myself that I was gonna talk less, execute more.
Then now it's a lot of people that need to take that practice up.
Yeah,
Talk
so
less and execute more.
Talk less, execute more, man. And I'm learning to talk with my ears and listen with my mouth. That
Yes.
means use your ears more than your mouth.
Yes.
That's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. And so, that's how I'm able to, I think, be impactful as a speaker, because I actually listen to what people say, and then I digest it and comprehend it and then spit it back out in a way that you can understand it. And that's why, like, I never forget when somebody got on to me about being late, and it's like, you're late, you need to stop being late, or you need to get a job. And I was like, no, I don't look for jobs, I create them. Because people can digest, a young person can digest that better. Or when somebody say you're late, and we always just point out the bad, and people feel like you're picking on them. And then I wrote the quote: rich people show up on time, wealthy people show up before time, and broke people always show up late. But they be the first one to hold their hands out.
Let me tell you something about time. If anybody know me, piss me off and be late. Right? Late. I don't do late. If I don't care if I'm just having anything. If I say 4 o'clock, I want the respect of being there at 4 o'clock. Because if you're going to come in 4:20, 4:30, I should have came at 4:20, 4:30. Or, this is what I hate. Everybody know 4 o'clock. but then they'll tell you, oh, they don't tell you they're gonna be late. They just show up without the common courtesy, communicating, hey, I'm gonna be late with this. But it to me, I have gotten to the point now where if you do it once, you know, that's okay. But if you continuously be late, then I mean I'm gonna always remember that you're a late person. So therefore, I'm gonna be late. And I hate that because you feel like you're allowing them to take your good thing about being on time away because now you feel like they're gonna be late, so I'm gonna be late.
Yeah. Well, with me, you know, that was my main problem. I was always late for my dream, and my mentor told me that I had to fix that because people, the small things, it really does matter.
Yes, it
and
is.
You know, I started changing, and it's like, and to this day, it's not that I'm on time. What I do now to practice is I set, if I'm in control of it, I set everything 30 minutes early. So if somebody tell me, like the principal told me that school was at 11 o'clock. And I don't know why I'm telling y'all this, because I want y'all to show up at 10. If you noticed earlier, I said it starts at 10. Because even when you come late, you're on time. So that's how I set everything in my mind. So to me, in my mind, I have to be there at 10 o'clock.
Well, you know, I do that for certain people that I know that I have to deal with every day. Or sometimes that if I know something is 6, I have learned to tell them 5. Because it just seems like they just don't get along and can't see eye to eye with time. But you hoping and praying that they figure that out and know that it's important for the least little thing, that being on time. My mother always told me, early is on time and on time is late. She told me that when I was in high school. Early is on time and on time is late. My brothers was like that. My mother was like that. So, and it wasn't something that I had to learn as a child, but it was something that my family taught me. So therefore, when I took 8 o'clock classes in school. Because I have already established that getting up early and getting things going. I wasn't ever a sleep late, be late and drag. I was never that type of person. So I tell people, once you develop certain habits and think certain things, it'll become a habit. And it becoming a good habit. So we have to work on developing those good habits, in which some people don't understand that it is time. Because if you personally late, you can be late in business. Your personal flows into your business. Man, you're so cool and relaxed now. You want to talk some boss talk?
I was wondering if you had one of them couches, you know, going to put my feet up.
But you know, you get on that couch. That's counseling sessions now. You talking about getting on the couch.
Just cock their feet up, chill out.
Sessions.
You know, I'm just happy to be here, you know.
You are.
Now,
you know, this is typical. Now, I have to be kind of careful with Billionaire P.A. because he might not want to talk no boss talk. But y'all know I like to kind of turn up on boss talk. So I don't know if he going to ride out with me on this one and find out what's going on. But since you're here, we're going to talk about it because we need some positive on this situation. Have you been following the news in regards to your president? Who? Well, damn, that's a response. Your president.
Who is it?
President Trump. I think I'm gonna like this.
I'm very careful with the words that I speak into existence.
Yes, and you being such a positive person.
I don't know the person that you spoke of personally, so
we don't know him personally, but
but I do know Obama.
Obama, and we miss Obama.
I like Obama. No offense, but
I love him. I truly love him. America loves him.
You know, like I told my mama, in my household, I'm the president. And that's all that my mama don't need to worry about. Because at the end of the day, them people ain't never cut my lights on. They never done nothing directly for me. And I know everybody around here can sit and they can say that this person, I'm a tangible person. I can't recall one thing of what happened to me that I received from any president. But I can recall millions of things that my mother has done for me. So what I'm saying is I'm going to treat her like a president before I validate somebody else. I'm going to focus on the people in my life. That's not discrediting no president or nothing. But my mama going to get the glory before I start talking about other people and what they got going on. I'm trying to work on the walls in my mama's house. You know, I'm working on the walls in the kids' school at Carver High School. That's the walls that we gonna work on building, you know, of no fights. You know what I'm saying? Sticking together, you know. So I'm the person that instead of like coming and speaking on a subject, I chose to be a solution to the problems. I'm not gonna wait on no president to do anything for me, and neither should you guys. You want your things to change, then you get your butt up and you change them. You can bring change. It's like I'm doing it myself. It's like I'm not asking for nobody to sign no permission slips for a billionaire. I'm going to be 100% clear. Y'all stop asking people to give you permission to be successful if God already said what you ask for, I will give. That means if you get on your knees and you say a prayer and you get up and you worry, that is a contradiction on your prayers. I'm not even a preacher and I know that.
I was thinking, preacher, when you was talking, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, man, you got to believe in yourself, believe in your faith, and I'm not gonna lie, like I don't really I don't dabble into that politics stuff because I'm smart enough to know not to speak on subjects that I'm uneducated on, but I'm smart enough to know to take care of the people who have been the presidents in my life. That's my mama, my sisters, and my family. Those are my presidents because when I call them, they answer. Some of these presidents we send messages to never get a response. So I can only vouch for who's been there for me. I love you, Mama. I love you, President Sheely. I love you, President Maria Sheely. They're my sisters and my mama because every time I call my presidents, they answer. That's what a president do for me.
Hello?
So, you know, I don't pay that other stuff attention.
That's right. Now, you see, that's why I said, now, I don't know if I want to ask him this question because I about knew I was going to get the response I got. So I kind of already knew.
Nah, it's just, I don't touch stuff. It's just a subject that I'm uneducated on, and I don't mind, you know.
But the fact that this young man, because let me just tell y'all, it's a lot of people I can't talk to. And I just had this conversation with somebody that y'all get to talking to be so uneducated about certain things. However, I will say, people are entitled to their opinions. And they are entitled to say how they feel based off what they're seeing. But please understand that people's opinions are not always off what they know, what they read. Sometimes people's opinions are formed off what they see. And that's a difference. Mm-hmm. You can see a lot. But what you see is not always true. You can read a lot. That's not always true. Mm. But something that you definitely know and you have facts that's totally different. Mm. So sometimes, and there's so many different things that can form people's opinions now. You got social media. You don't know this person is the truth. You got this person being a leader. You got this person trying to be a motivational speaker. You got this person trying to talk about this. But we don't even know what is causing this person to want to talk about this. Where is this person coming from? Mm. Who is this person, first of all? That's another thing. So, for speaking, another question. We're going to give you that information instead of asking about the class. Okay, so question that I have. When you're speaking and you're going in front of these crowds, do you just go up there and you just flow? Because when you speak, you're consistent with what you say, but it's not nothing so repetitive. So are you just go and you just speak of how you feel, or are you... You know, some speakers, they say the same speech. Oh, so I want to know, how do you speak? You know, because I'm always curious to know, because I don't write nothing down. I just let them start talking.
Well, I think that a lot of people have to understand that there's a difference between being talented and being gifted. Mm-hmm. And God gave me a gift, and when God gives you a gift, or whatever you believe in, whenever you do it, you feel it in your soul. Mm-hmm. And every time I touch that stage, I don't care who's in there, I'm nervous up until that mic hits my hand and it all disappears. And it takes me back to sleeping in the truck. And it's like, I dare you to tell me that we're not going to make it. I dare you to tell my mama. Like, I'm tapping into it now. It's like, I wish you would. In a positive way. It's like I'm Malcolm X saying any means necessary in a positive way. We're going to be billionaires. We already billionaires. Nobody going to stop me from doing that. It's like I'm going to do it how I want to do it, and I'm going to do $1 billion for fun. Most people can't even make $100,000 serious.
Did y'all hear that?
I'm going to have fun, and what that means is I wrote that book for fun, for purpose. It's like your job is supposed to live life and have fun. You should not be stressed out on your job every single day. God has not put nobody on this earth to wake up every day and live a stressful life. And so for me, if it's 365 days in a year, it does not take rocket scientists that if you are negative in my life for 200 days, that outweighs it a few days or more, you have to go. We're not finna try this another year. It's not working. And so people tend to hold on. It's like I seen this demonstration on Instagram where this man was holding this glass of water, and he asked them about the glass of water. He said, how many ounces is in this glass of water? Can I see the bottle, brother? I'll hook it up for you. So he held the water like this, and he said, "How many ounces of water is this?" Can you see this? I'm gonna let both of y'all. How many ounces is this? And the person said, one person said it's like 8 ounces. Another person said like 16 ounces. Another person said like 20 ounces. And then the man said, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many ounces it is. You know what matters? Is the longer I sit here and hold this, my arm, it begins to get tired. And it begins to numb up. If you go 30 minutes of holding this, you become numb. If you hold this for 3 hours, your arm becomes paralyzed. At the end of the day, what you need to focus on doing is just setting the bullcrap in your life down and move on. It has nothing to do with all the other stuff. Of who cares about how many ounces is in there? If it's negative, it's negative. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I live my life. If you ain't talking about being wealthy, making money, that's the stuff that's important to me. And broke people are not about to condemn me and make me feel like I'm wrong because I like making money. You know, money isn't everything, but being broke ain't much either.
But you just said something earlier, and I don't know if y'all tuned in. His vision is to speak to 1 billion people. That's his vision. And that's what he's going to do. And he wants to help people. But in a sense, he's not about to be broke and helping people.
Exactly.
Which, anybody that is in business mind and have business sense, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I think that your child should go to school and learn how to create jobs. This is my personal, I speak for my son. Mm-hmm. My son doesn't really need to know, in my personal opinion, who founded America. I don't care if he did know that. But he needs to know about everyday life of, I want you to know how to create a job. I want you to know what's the difference between LLC, incorporation, and DBA. Mm-hmm. Now, if you choose not to run a business and you choose to work for someone else, at least you know it. But the way I was raised, I don't know how who founded America has ever helped me in my life.
I don't either.
It has never done, and I'm speaking for me. That has never ever helped me do anything in my entire life. Mm-hmm. But what has helped me is the mentors who set me, what has helped me for this is to sit here and see people inspired has helped me more than than speaking about who founded America. My son doesn't, I just think sometimes students are being taught things that do not help them in their actual life. And we need to focus on things that can help children. The first thing, when I wrote this book, My Mind is Wealthy, you can't tell me that shouldn't be a class. This whole, where we at right now was an idea that started in somebody's mind. Mm-hmm. You can't, what good is it for you to teach a child something if his mind ain't even right? He don't even know to comprehend it.
Right.
It's like I hear you because I got ears, but I wasn't listening.
That's true. That's very true. You got grown people like that.
So that's my whole point, man, and that's what I mean when I say, we have to, my dream is to really figure out a creative way to get to the youth mind. And I'll end with this right here. When somebody asked me last night, why did you choose to go after the youth? I was very strategic. I thought this out. This thing is not something that I just got up and walked into a school and just said, boom, I'm good at speaking. No, when the mailman comes to your mailbox, he drops mail in the mailbox. And guess what? You send your 8-year-old child out there to get the mail. He goes and gets the bills and all of your mail, brings it in the house and does what with it? Gives it to you. Mm-hmm. But have you ever in your life went to your mailbox, got your mail out the mailbox, walked in the house and gave all them bills to an 8-year-old? You and I both know you've never done that because he has no purpose for them bills. The purpose of that story is when the child went and got that mail and gave it to you, 2 people got the message. He got it and you. And that's why I served them kids that message and they take it home and say, Mommy, guess who I heard today? Mm-hmm. But you might not go tell him you did this interview. Mm. But if I go touch them kids, it's going to get to them. And so that was the purpose of why I strategically went after your children, because everybody loves their kids.
Right.
What a good note to end on, man. Y'all stay positive, have a wealthy day, and send that to Oprah.
Well, okay, that took the right end.
I'm just messing with y'all.
Okay, please follow this young man, Billionaire P.A, on Instagram and Twitter. Please give him the website.
WealthyMindsOnline.com. WealthyMindsOnline.com.
All right, thank you for tuning in. This video will be uploaded on Boss Talk Radio YouTube channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week.